her like idea of what she looks like. She'll be, even if she's in like great shape, she'll be running. She'll be like, "Oh my God, what is that? Oh God!" And it's just like jiggling everywhere and all that sort of stuff. So it's not the. You think, "Oh, it'd be really sexy." Yeah, throw them away. It's just not sexy. Just jiggling and yeah.
I once filmed Rory McIlroy, who's a golfer. It was for an advert. I think it was for a bank, actually. I'm not sure why.
Relevant, yeah, obviously, yeah.
But he was obsessed with watching the footage back because he'd never seen his own technique so slow. And he just wanted to keep doing it, even though he got the take. He was like, all right, I'm going to try something different. And he would swing slightly differently to see if he could see the difference. And slow-mo is great for sports analytics. Technique is what it was originally used for back in the day quite a lot.
Yeah, I think we'll get me being tackled by a rugby player or something. It'd be quite cool.
Oh, that'd be class.
Yeah, get like world class rugby team just
or American football.
Nah, it's wusses.
I actually have two questions again. Have you guys ever wanted to break glass with your own voice, like the wine glass with your own voice?
Have you got what it takes?
I mean, I probably couldn't do it.
Yeah, you can actually do it. And also, what is your favorite videos? What's your favorite video?
Favorite video?
It depends what for, because there's a lot of different reasons to have favourites. There's like, that one's really interesting, that one's really pretty, that one's really funny. So there's like lots of different categories. So I wouldn't say I've got a particular favourite. I've got a few favourites, I think.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of favourites. There's one, like, if I learn something cool just from footage, then I love those ones. Sometimes we just do something artsy and colourful, like paint on the speaker. I quite like. I might revisit that one again, slower.
I really like the flaming wire wall spinning around.
Yeah,
actually, that's really cool. It looks awesome, and the music with it as well is really good. Really good.
One of my favourite videos, one of the ones that made me laugh the most while I was editing, was when we were trying to shove a condom on Dan's head and then fill it with water, and it just looked like he was drowning in a fishbowl.
Yeah, the slow-mo.
At one point, it's like the water's flowing down over his mouth and he's breathing through.
Oh God, it was like being waterboarded. It's what I imagine being waterboarded, because he was there, like, I was sat in a chair with this condom around my head thinking, you know, what am I doing here?
What's my life become?
Yeah, what is this? And then like shoving a hose up the back of my head, filling it with freezing cold water, and then it was just like, he was just sitting there laughing as I was like blubbering around him.
And there was one point where water's flowing over your face,
yeah.
It's like this big, and you're just going,
I couldn't breathe, I was like, because I was trying to breathe in. Obviously as I breathe in, the water's getting sucked into my mouth, so I'm like,
and then at one point, he stood up and I was like, sit down into the frame. His head went out of the top of the frame.
I mean, the slow-mo in that is like, you know, it's slow-mo in it, but most of it is just me drowning.
So I'm half trying to feed this hose up there, trying to pop this balloon, and I'm half thinking about what the camera's filming, so I'm like shoving you back down.
It's like a Mythbusters, what the hell are we doing moment.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I really like Mythbusters, it was a good show. I wasn't keen on the editing, it was a lot of recap and sort of going over the same material twice, but we love the banter between those two guys. I wouldn't even say if you could call it chemistry, because they hate each other, right?
Yeah.
But having the sort of straight guy and the goofy guy dynamic was so good.
You're the goofy guy.
Can you describe your process of what you're actually going to do? Like, how do you guys decide? I mean, you have so many ideas.
Well, like I said, we've got a huge list of maybe like 100 ideas or something, and we'll sort of pick what we can do in that period of time. So say if I'm going over for a week, I'll be like, all right, we can get the kit for this, we can do that one in the garden. We'll probably need to rent this place out. So if I go and buy this and buy that and get all the stuff together, and then we sort of decide what we're going to film usually that day, and we'll try and sort of wing it, don't we? This, we sort of try and eliminate things from the list as we go along, I suppose.
I feel like my life is full of distraction, but I always have my phone on me. The only time I'm sort of free with my mind is when I'm in the shower or I'm stuck on a long flight, and that's when I brainstorm the most ideas, I would say.
Yeah, when we chat as well.
I'm either wet or I'm at 36,000 feet.
Alright guys, so you started a second channel, it's got some great content on there, and I was wondering what your long-term plans are to increase engagement on that channel, and also what videos we can expect in the future on the channel that you're looking to add to that.
Yeah, but then we always get loads of questions every time we post a Slow Mo Guides video, and we did a Q&A video once on the channel, and it's the least viewed video of all of our videos, and that's because there's no slow-mo in it. People are subscribed to see something in slow-mo, and there may be hundreds of thousands of people interested in the other stuff, but that's not why most people are subscribed to our channel, which is why I want to start a second channel, where you can just get to know us a bit more, watch us goof around.
I suppose it's more like a different audience, or like a
Yeah.
more interested audience in us, I suppose.
And because we've filmed for so long, we've been doing it 6 years, we've got tons of funny outtakes and stuff that didn't make it into the videos that I want to put out on that channel too.
Yeah, also things that didn't make it into the main slow-mo videos as well, like little shots and things
Yeah.
like that. We can put up little pickups, little behind the scenes, that sort of stuff.
Typically when I'm done editing a video, it'll be about 12 minutes long, and I need to cut it down. I want to have somewhere between 5 and 10. I'm not too strict about it. But if we don't get to the slow-mo quickly, I feel like people are going to turn it off. So I always try and have the experiment happen within the first minute. But a lot of the time there's loads of funny setup that I cut out, and yeah, I'm glad to finally have a place to post just sort of the goofy banter.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Hello.
It works. Can you comment on how you do sponsored content? Do agencies approach you, or what's the back and forth like to make sure that the sponsor is happy with how you represent them?
Are you talking about just a branded video on the channel?
Correct.
What specifically are you asking about those?
Can you just comment on what that process is like for what you guys do? I mean, this isn't your full-time work, so what's that back and forth?
Yeah, I mean, usually it'll be a company who are interested in the audience, just interested in the reach that we have. So if they can help us make a video and promote their whatever it might be, then that works for us. We try and stick to content that we would make anyway.
Yeah.
So a building exploding for Battlefield, that fits perfectly. Sometimes we get requests from stuff that just doesn't work, like, I'm trying to think of something that was like an art company wanted us to make a video about their paper. And it's like, we can definitely do a shout out and say, this paper's cool, but it's not really great paper. Without blowing it up, there's not much you can do with paper. Maybe a paper airplane. But yeah, some stuff doesn't work. But we've had some good sponsored videos that we work well with companies, and I think most people like working with us because it's pretty laid back and we can do whatever. We just show their product, and it's actually great if there's like an actual product. It's great for the company because they see it on screen for so long because it's in slow motion. So
Yeah, I mean, when we work with the GE with the hydrophobic material, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been able to do that, I suppose, unless we had that access to their stuff, and they were like willing to work with us. So it's really good when we get people approach us, maybe through our channel or emails or whatever, to then film that. It's a great opportunity.
You talked a little bit about how you like to interact with your fans. Like, what do you do there? How do you like to do it? And is there anything that you think or that you would wish YouTube or another platform would actually do for you there to do it better?
can you ask it again? Sorry, the door was making a noise.
You talked a little bit about that you like to interact with the people who watch your video and with your fans. And so just how do you do this today? And is there anything that YouTube or another platform could do for you to do it even better?
Well, to connect us with fans as a platform.
Well, I mean, the most helpful thing with us and the fans and the YouTube comments is that we get good suggestions for stuff. And we always, if it's a good idea, we'll definitely write it down and give a shout out to whoever suggested it. A lot of the stuff we see is already on our list, most of the stuff, but occasionally we'll get really good comments.
Occasionally we get tweeted stuff that we filmed, and it's one of our videos, and someone's saying, can you guys do this?
Yeah.
And it's like, that is our stuff.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people will show us a slow-mo clip.
But like, do this in slow-mo.
Yeah, it's like, what? And you're showing it to me in slow-mo. It's like, Destin's already done this, and it looks amazing. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Shoot it again?
Yeah.
So, I have a question. You said that YouTube is your favorite platform, and so my question is, if there was one thing that you could change on YouTube or with YouTube, what would it be? That thing be? For you that, technically or...
One thing to change on
Yeah.
YouTube. I'd be interested to know. Well, they often purge subscribers. There's a lot of dead accounts. I'd like to know how accurate the sub count is, honestly, because you can have 8 million subs, you're not going to get 8 million views on every video. I'm pretty happy with. There's a lot of technical behind the scenes stuff that still sucks. Like doing annotations is awful. It's been bad like the whole time we've had the channel.
Yeah. You said it's the most annoying part of putting a video up. There's like these little crappy boxes. They've got this high-tech stuff, and then there's just little crappy boxes you have to fill in when you do the annotation. It just takes forever.
I would say if it was easier to go out and get stuff taken down on other platforms, that would be great. But that's not really a YouTube. There's not really much YouTube can do, I guess, against that.
Not to diss on any of your companies that you work on, but which one was the most fun to work with, or your favorite to work with?
The favorite company that we work with?
We like any company that doesn't interfere. So like, say for instance, they have an idea and we have an idea for them, and then we want to do it. If they don't interfere, they're just like, yeah, you guys crack on, do your thing. That's what we like the most. So anyone that's sort of chilled out and that, and we can do what we like is the best.
Because we mostly shoot just the two of us. So obviously with a sponsored company, there's people there helping us, be more efficient and making sure we're hitting all the right points to talk about and stuff. But we recently did a video. It actually went really well. The company was great. It was for Ubisoft. And we had a mammoth crushing stuff to promote the new Far Cry game. But the guy that owned the studio that we were in was so weird. He kept coming in, walking into the shot.
We'd be in the middle of filming something, like talking, we're in the middle of this important shot that we're doing.
And then
he'd just be like, like shutting doors and just walking through the shot. And we'd be like, mate, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, it's my studio, I can walk where I want. And I'm just like, what's wrong with you?
I own the place.
We're literally paying for you to be here, and you're just ruining it. What's the point?
Yeah. It can be frustrating dealing with some people, but yeah, we've had pretty good luck the whole time.
Hello. Just okay. Hi. Just wondering, as YouTube creators, what's your favourite thing about having this as your career? And also, you mentioned about kind of having to douse a fence in water and things like this. Have there been any additional challenges to moving from the slightly colder climes of Britain to warm, hot, sunny Texas?
Oh, it's great because, a lot of the time when I was in the UK, we'd do stuff with water and it was absolutely freezing. Like in the middle of winter, I'd just be like, this is just gibbering. And then I'm sat in a balloon in Texas, it's like 35 degrees or 100 degrees or whatever it is here. And I'm just like, it's like my own little personal pool, I love it. And then, so it's a lot better in that respect. And also the weather's really good in the US.
One of the biggest challenges filming high speed is that every time you double the frame rate, you lose pretty much half the light. So it'll get dark. So going from 30 frames to 60, and then just every time you double it, it gets darker, darker every time. So you need a ton of light. By the time you're shooting 2500 FPS, if you shot indoors, if I was in this room, you would all be pitch black, and I would see just the balls of light from these lights. So that's why the sun is great. We didn't see much of it in the UK. Sometimes you get a light layer of cloud, and that's actually quite nice flat light. But the heavy grey clouds, it just turns everything into a load of...
That combined with guys doing barrel rolls in stunt planes makes it quite difficult to film in the UK. So here it's quite a lot easier.
One benefit of shooting in the UK is that the cameras would rarely overheat. Which is not a big issue for the Phantoms, but the Canon 7D that I use for the real-time stuff constantly overheats. It's always showing like the blinking thermometer warning, and then it turns off. Oh, we once did...
Yeah, I was just going to say, we were filming cornstarch on a speaker, and I had to play music from my phone on this speaker, and I think it was so hot, it was midsummer in Texas, and every time I went to play music, my phone would crap a brick and be like, oh, overheated, can't do that. I'm like, for goodness sake, we're just ready to shoot, and then the cornstarch would start evaporating and not be the right consistency, so we constantly have to change it, and it was just so
Dan would start the music on his phone, it would play for about 2 seconds, and then show an overheat warning. It says, you'll have to let your phone cool down before you can do anything, which I'd never seen before. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Hi. Do you guys plan on doing any slow-mo collaborations with any other achievement hunters or Rooster Teeth employees?
Slow-mo guys is just typically the two of us. We've done some good collaborations in the past with other channels that have done slow-mo, which is great. But in terms of collaborating with more people. The thing is, we hardly ever see each other, so when we are together, we want to shoot as much for us as possible, which is why if we do a collaboration with another YouTuber, it'll typically just be me, and I'll go and do that in the time where Dan's not around. Because we like to maximize our time when we're together.
Aww.
I just really like Dan.
Okay, hi guys.
Hi.
What's up?
So, my question is, when you guys first met, did you ever think you would end up at this standpoint? Like, just creating videos slower than they actually are?
Sorry, say that again?
I mean, I'd hope so.
You hope that you would be making slow videos for your job?
Oh, well, there's a lot of time in my life where, like, for instance now, okay, if I showed my sort of 16-year-old self this, I'd be like, what on earth have you done to be here in this situation? What is going on? I'm sat in a giant balloon full of water, like, what? You know, like, if there's several different flashpoints, if I'd send them back in time, I'd be like, what is going on here? I've got no idea. So you can't predict that sort of thing, can you?
I was a pretty immature kid. I used to watch a lot of Jackass. And there was a moment where Steve-O knocked on my door, and I thought he would, because we did a little collaboration, he came over while he was in Austin. I figured he'd have some sort of entourage with him. He just showed up on his own. He was just sat on my couch. I would love a screenshot of that to send back to 15-year-old me. Be like, good luck figuring out how to do that. And I couldn't, you know. Yeah, there's been some very surreal moments. And it's always very important, I think, to take note of those in the moment. Because cool things happen, and it's very important to appreciate them.
I totally agree, yeah.
We probably have time for one more question.
Well, it's one with a thing. What did you just do?
I just banged my knee.
Thank you. I just wanted to know, have you ever been approached by a scientist and have them use the cameras to have them show an experiment?
We actually like to do that, I suppose. It's just difficult because a lot of the time science experiments have to happen indoors because of the conditions, which makes it difficult to film. But there's lots of different science experiments that we would like to do. And yeah, I mean, have we been approached by many sort of scientist guys?
I mean, there's a lot of scientists on YouTube.
Yeah, so they sort of do their own thing, I guess, if we had an opportunity to film.
A lot of my job back in the UK, when I wasn't working on a music video or a commercial, we would sometimes do analysis stuff that's, I mean, it's boring compared to some stuff we film. Like, I spent a day testing hard hats, like construction hats, being hit with different objects just to make sure the person inside would survive. You know, you'd see the compression in slow-mo. There's a lot of crash tests with car crashes and test dummies and stuff. So there's a lot to learn from that side of slow-mo. I mean, they're not technically scientists doing that stuff. It's usually just like a car company, you know, who's trying to get a rating for their car. But
I mean, hopefully within the next sort of year, I've been approached by the British Army to maybe do some filming with them, and they've just sort of said, you know, what would you like to film? I'm like, everything.
Yeah.
Like, so anything big, you know, you say, oh yeah, we can't do many explosions in the back garden. If we get sort of, you know, military ordnance involved, it'd be pretty sweet. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
And that'll be a thing for future fast cameras to do.
exactly, yeah. So you need a faster camera to get the explosions or the shells coming out or whatever's going on. That'd be a real good opportunity in the future.
It's actually quite a difficult thing to film, an explosion. Even if you know exactly where it's going to happen, trying to guess how bright you think it'll be.
Good at that, actually.
You kind of just have to, what I always do if there's a special effects team, I ask them how much gasoline they put in there. Because the different materials burn different temperatures, like diesel burns slightly darker.
Yeah, it's a real challenge as well when, say for instance, you've got something you're about to blow up. There's obviously only one take, so you're like, I can't really test this until we do it, so you have to nail the exposure.
If we're blowing up a car and there's only one car, you kind of just have to, you don't want to make it too dark because then it would be just a dark scene with a fireball, and if it's too bright to start with, you might end up with just a big white fireball with no detail. And there's no coming back from that. You can't fix that in post if you've overexposed it. So I tend to go for underexposing, but not too much, and just hope for the best. You know, it's an experience thing. You get good at that if you've done it a lot of times. Also, a big tip if you're ever filming explosions, if you ever find yourself in a situation, and you've got a crew, tell the crew not to cheer after the explosion.
Yeah.
Every single time we blow something up, you hear 50 people go, yeah, get some. Yeah, so I always say,
two of them together.
let the explosion happen, we'll have our reaction, and then you can share. So, that's it. Well, thanks so much for coming to the slowest panel. Love you guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. For more videos, click on the screen and visit my website for cool merchandise.